we've got a good one in store. It's our visitors and the Arizona Cardinals.
Set to kick off.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The veteran Matt Prater has this one set to get started. Off we go from Glendale. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is the Pro Bowler Jeffrey Simmons in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. That is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man, that's Devin Duvernay. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on in. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
And this is certainly what they've wanted to do all season long, and it's a huge reason, Mike, for this winning streak. Their ability to jump teams early and play with a lead. Everything is so much easier for the coach, for the offense, for the defense. Playing with a lead in the NFL is the ultimate position to be in.
Next to score, Cardinals 7, Titans nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Jim Ray DK now the returner. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
First and 10. They're on the 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
That caught Tony Pollard. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Third down.
the gun, Ward. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. A gain of 16 on that pass play. That's good for a Titan first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points.
A big hole. Look at the big guy rumble. And he'll be taken down. It is a big play on first down. 62 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Pollard trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Again, they try Pollard. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's third and goal.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown.
Rolling right. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Wandale Robinson. Touchdown Titans. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Prater gets the point is good. And the Titans come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
1 yard gain.
Here's a second and 9. Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. Duvernay with the grab. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action now with Rodgers. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And he will get into the end zone. Marvin Harris Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Jim DK. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
Break. Here we go, here we go.
On first down, it's Ward. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man,
well, that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted. Picked off by Max Melton. We are through one. 13-7 is our score. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. Back to the right side, up by the crowd. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
On the handoff, this is Benson. Open space inside the 10. To the pylon, he's pinned. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Cardinals. His second rushing touchdown of the year. The extra point from Party is good. And the Cardinals add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's DK. And they'll force him out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Ward out to his right. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
he tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Shotgun snap for Ward. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Buda Baker.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
From the gun, Rodgers. The open man is Wilson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Number 14 with a pickup of 14 and a 1st down. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. A give, here's Benson. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Defenses always have to make a decision, Mike. How do they want to defend the zone read? Some teams want the quarterback to keep the ball. They want the ability to tackle the quarterback. Other teams, they want it to be a give read, and that's...
It is brought in the end zone. Marvin Harris Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. That's a 2-touchdown game for numbers 7 and 8 for the season. The extra point from Carney is good. And the Cardinals are able to extend the lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. Now, first down throw for Ward. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And a solid return as he gets it up past the 45-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. He's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
That's good.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's the first carry for the Pitt product, James Conner. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Waste of time.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. A draw to Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
26.
Rodgers now. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's DK. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
17-yard line.
Cougar 19.
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Ward. Flush to his right. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake. Rodgers. Flush to his right. Off he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
36-yard line.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Second down, 8 yards to go. To throw, it's Rodgers. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. Rodgers to throw. That one caught by Wilson. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
And the Cardinals first.
Rodgers. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Memphis.
Touchdown, Memphis.
And Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
The Titans will line up for the
Here's Ward. That is incomplete. And the two-point conversion is unsuccessful.
30. Titans 13. Matt Prater is set to kick off.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line.
Get 300. Get that. Zoom. 319.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's going to wind up incomplete. There's not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
We see this so often. They call it sudden change. So they teach defenses, Mike. This is a little predictable here. They teach defenses. If we have to take the field following a turnover or some sort of sudden change situation, expect a deep play, expect a trick play. It's just the way offensive coordinators call plays immediately after taking over the possession. And in this case, the defense was ready for it and falls incomplete.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. His kick is good. From 60 yards out, he's got the leg to knock it through. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
They're on the 16-yard line.
On the set. Ready. Cowboys.
On first down, Ward. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Second down and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Step back in there.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. 11 yards on the pass there. That's good for a Titan first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
60 Eagles, 6.
Throwing, Ward. Look in the middle, he's got Ertz. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. And is caught by the man wearing 0, Calvin Ridley.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that be a bit of a letdown.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Bit of a wild throw there behind his man, thus it's incomplete. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. 3rd down coming up.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Ward now on 3rd down. On the run to the right, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Ready.
They snap it to Ward. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
Get 88, 88. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Look at this.
First down for Aaron. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And the Cardinals are going to first and goal. Coming up, tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
That is caught by the tight end, Elijah Higgins. Touchdown, Cardinals. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun, Ward. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
At the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 18 caught.
Throwing is Ward. That one caught is Jimray DK. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a first down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Ready.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now it's Ward. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Cardinals will take over possession here at the 44.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Benson. And he is not going to get away. Might have got a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
49-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
At the 34-yard line.
Jump. 58.
On the ground, Benson begins the 4th quarter. And he's into the end zone. Trey Benson, touchdown, Arizona. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Makes the score Cardinals 47, Titans 13.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. On first down, it's Ward. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you jump the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's an Arizona first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
He'll go again with Benson. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point from Harding is good. And the Cardinals will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's DK. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On first and 10, Ward. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And a mark him down up beyond the 30. A nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. Back to throw is Ward. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him out.
That one underneath the power. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And third down. Coming up.
Now, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big, explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Fake the handoff. Now Ward. That is hard down the field. He's got it. And he will score. Jim DK. Touchdown Titan. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming. Ward to throw again. Forced out wide, and that is incomplete. Two-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line. Handoff, and it's Benson running right. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They'll run. Here's Benson. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down. They'll come up here, first and 10. On first and 10, here's Benson. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's second down.
On the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
On the toss, they go with Benson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On third down, here's a run by Connor. He'll get the first down inside the 15. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten.